Hi guys, it's Hot Mess Mama. It's Tuesday, and it's Tuesday the 23rd of October, and it's 8:30 in the morning. I know this is normally really early for when I normally am like racing through a Facebook Live. It's usually later in the afternoon, but I just kind of feel like, oh my gosh, it was just one of those mornings. You know, we all have them. Tuesdays just suck for me. They suck like suckity suck for me. I don't know why it is, because Taco Tuesday, right? It should, whatever. You know how I feel about Tuesdays. And I'm sorry for the shaky camera, but maybe I should, I don't know. I don't know how to prop this up without making me look crazy. But okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about today. So you may or may not know from my previous post that I was overseas for like 10 days. I was in Asia. So I was working in Asia, and I was like 13 hours ahead of, hey, Heather. I'm at school. Look where I am, Heather. I'm at St. Peter's. Look familiar? Yeah, I'm sitting like in the St. Peter's parking lot right now because I was like, oh, I just need to like have a Tuesday tirade. So here's my Tuesday tirade. So I was in Asia for like 10 days, almost 2 weeks. And, 13 hours ahead, able to talk to my family maybe once a day or whatever, and working crazy hours. And I was really blessed that my husband could be at home watching our kids, right? He was able to take care of them, get them to school, to help them with their homework, all the things that moms do every day, right? But there was this little part of me that was going, I can't wait for him to watch them for 10 days, because then he's going to get a little taste of what moms go through every dang day, and the monotony of it all, and the frustration of it all, and the exhaustion of it all, being like a full-time parent with no help, right? Because he was going to be in on this like all by himself. And I thought all of the days and all of the trips that he went on for weeks on end, and I was stuck at home with these two kids losing my shit, because I felt like I had no help, and I was exhausted, and I was frustrated, and I felt like a mom fail all the time because I was like barely keeping my stuff together. So I thought maybe he's going to get a little taste of like what I had been going through. And there's this little part of me that was going, is this terrible? Like, do you feel this way ever when you get a chance to be away from your kids and like your husband's in charge or your partner's in charge? There's this little part of me that was going, oh, I hope it's brutal on him. Like, I hope it's just brutal on him, and that he then gets an appreciation for what I go through on a daily basis, right? Or he'll understand and appreciate how much work goes into being the full-time caregiver, right? So I get, but then like I would call home and it sounds like the kids are having fun, but then there's that part of me going, yeah, they're having fun because dad's feeding them popsicles every night, and it's just kind of a party because there's no rules and there's no structure. And so I get home after being gone for 2 weeks, and he's completely got it all under control. It was effortless. And like, the kids listen to him. He's got this whole new schedule and this whole new like protocol of how he handles things. The kids eat their breakfast. The kids do their homework. The kids do their reading. The kids sit at the table. The kids get dressed and get to school on time. And they eat their lunches. And then they come home and they do their homework. And they go to their practices and their games. And then they come home and shower and go to bed. And they like play outside. Like, he takes them and plays soccer. He takes them to the park. They go scootering, and like, he had it all together, and it was effortless, and he enjoyed it. So there's this part of me going, okay, that was a complete backfire. And then I in the 10 days I was gone, my kid like suddenly learned how to read, and he learned math, and he became behaved. Both of them did. Both of my kids did. And disciplined, and learned how to play soccer like really well. And like, I feel like he grew an entire foot since I was gone. I don't know. I feel like in the 10 days that my husband was in charge of my children, he taught them more than I have in their entire life. So here I am feeling like a complete fail, feeling like a complete another fail. Like, oh my gosh, like I have been struggling, and like feeling like I was doing the best I could as a mother, and I was feeling really confident in myself because like I could get to my kids to school and they weren't bleeding, and that they loved me and all of that, and that like, I was doing my best, and that, my kids were average and it was fine. And it was, my kids were a mess sometimes, but kids are a mess, right? But he had it all together, and he enjoyed it, and he found it easy and effortless. So I kind of felt like I had no foot to stand on, and that like he's now looking at me going, why was this so hard, Susan? Why couldn't you do this? And it's so easy. Just do this, that, and the other thing. And so now I feel like a complete and utter mom fail. And so then as he's getting ready to go on his business trip, he's telling me how to parent the children. Like he's walking out the door going, okay, you need to do this for their lunches, and you need to do this before they go to bed. And don't forget, you got to do his homework with him, and you need to practice his words. And this is the books that you need to read with him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? I was gone for 10 days and now you're telling me how to parent my children? Oh my gosh. So has any of this ever happened to you? Like you feel like you were like you were the one that was in charge of your child's growing and disciplining and parenting, and that all of a sudden now this person swoops in and does it like 100 times better than you with little or no effort, and like I feel like a fail. So that's my Tuesday tirade, that this whole thing about me feeling like I want my husband to feel what I feel completely backfired in my face. And so my husband's been gone for literally, I don't know, less than 24 hours. And I could barely get my kids to school on time. I'm sitting in the parking lot right now. Could barely get them to school on time. I finally did get them to school on time and realized I didn't have my son's glasses. So I had to go back home to get his glasses and bring him to school. And I'm like, okay, so this is how my day is setting up. Yeah. Well, you know what? I guess that I'm perpetually going to be a hot mess, and that there's just no hope for me. But, throw me something. Just say, hey, you know what, Susan, it happens. It's all, and you know what? It really wasn't that easy on him. He's just putting up a front. Or, yeah, maybe the kids were good for him for 10 days, but if it was longer term, and, maybe if, he was, it's different now that your kids are 3 and 6 years old than when they were 6 months and 3 years old. They're at a different stage in their, I don't know. Someone throw me it's okay, Susan. Someone throw me in, it's okay, and you're a great mom, Susan, because I kind of feel like I need to hear that today, because I feel like a complete and utter mom fail, that I can't seem to handle any of this, and my husband sneezed, and all of a sudden everything's in complete and utter order, and my kids are reading and doing math and playing soccer and being super disciplined and respectful and eating their lunches. I just feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do a dang thing right. Is it ever going to get, no, okay, I'm a hot mess, but just say, Susan, you're awesome. It's great. You're a great mom. I don't know. I feel like a fail, but that's okay. We're going to push on. That's my Tirade Tuesday. Thanks for listening. Have a great Tuesday. There's tacos at the end of this ride, right? All right. Have a good day. Bye.